Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Trendy Gadgets. 9. Fitbit. These days, Fitbits are widely known and worn by millions of people. A wearable technology that breaks down a person's day via steps, calorie intake, and sleep are incredibly popular in 2023. But what were the biggest differences between Fitbit and Apple Watch? While technically released in 2009, Fitbit was first known as Fitbit Tracker at the time. Unlike the models today, the Fitbit Tracker clipped onto a person's clothing and then sent the results to a person's computer. As technology became better, so did the Fitbit. Nowadays, Fitbits are compatible with smartphones and are updated in real time. Number 8. Kindle 3. In 2007, Amazon released its first e-reader for book lovers. Instead of buying a book after a book, creating clutter and waste, the Kindle allowed users to download thousands of books on one tablet with an easy-to-read screen. In 2010, the third generation of Kindles was born. What separated the third generation from previous Kindles was the keyboard. It was shorter and narrower than the second generation and could connect to the internet as well. The Kindle was easily a gadget the early 2000s kids were obsessed with. Number 7. Samsung Galaxy Tab 7.0. The iPad wasn't the only tablet that hit the market in 2010. Samsung also released a tablet that only the cool kids had, the Samsung Galaxy Tab 7.0. The Android-based system allowed users to use the tablet just as they would their phones. The Samsung Galaxy Tab 7.0 allowed users to make video calls, take photos, use Google Maps, and much more. The tablet also allowed illustrators to create projects that were normally done on paper, creating unimaginable possibilities for its users. Number 6. Microsoft Kinect. The early 2000s was a great time for gamers. The Xbox console came out in 2001 and PlayStation's console only got better. To give gamers another thing to be excited about, Microsoft released an accessory that went with the Xbox 360 console, Microsoft Kinect. The Kinect was futuristic for the time. Instead of using a controller, a person could play a game or listen to music by using voice commands or hand gestures via the Kinect. In a lot of ways, the Kinect rivaled the Wii, but it was a home gadget only the cool kids had and made gaming more modern. Number 5. AirHogs Vectron Wave. While the AirHogs Vectron Wave isn't as high-tech or powerful as the Microsoft Kinect or iPad, it was an incredible toy in 2010 that only the cool kids had. The toy was a drone before drones were popular. The Vectron Wave flew in the air and was directed through a person's hand movements instead of a remote control. One of the selling points was how durable the Vectron Wave was. Even if this UFO flew into a wall or got stuck in a tree, it was strong enough to stay intact. Number 4. Nintendo 3DS. In the early 2000s, Nintendo released a handheld gaming console called the Nintendo DS. In 2010, the Nintendo 3DS was released, coming with new technology and effects for gaming. What made the Nintendo 3DS so cool was that it also came with 3D glasses to wear while playing particular Nintendo 3DS games. Anyone who had a Nintendo 3DS was considered cool because they were playing with new technology, which made gaming even more fun and interactive. Number 3. Google Nexus 1. As popular as the iPhone is in 2023, the early 2000s had other smartphones that gave Apple competition, including Google's Nexus 1. As one of Google's first smartphones, the coolest thing about this gadget is it gave drivers step-by-step directions without the driver needing to look at their phone. While this is the norm in 2023, it was ahead of its time in 2010. The Nexus wasn't the best version of an Android, but it was cool at the time, especially because users use a trackball to scroll around the screen, and it changed color based on the kind of alert their phone had. The sleek design made the Google Nexus one of the coolest phones to have in 2010. Number 2. Apple iPhone 4. In 2010, Apple released the iPhone 4. What separated it from iPhone 3 was that it had 2 cameras instead of 1, a new GPS, and an enhanced visual display. These were some of the best iPhone improvements over the year, and they made the iPhone 4 one of the coolest gadgets of 2010. Even cooler, for the first time, the iPhone 4 could alter the screen brightness automatically based on how bright or dark the user's atmosphere was. Number 1. Bop It Bounce. Unlike some of the other gadgets on this list, Bop It Bounce was a game that wasn't necessarily high-tech, but a must-have gadget. The original Bop It was a popular gadget from the 90s, but Hasbro made some updates to it in 2010 with Bop It Bounce. Bop It Bounce was a model unlike the original. It came with a ball and handheld trampoline with 6 different games attached. from whom could bounce the highest ball to who could have the most bounces in a certain amount of time. Bop It Bounce was a game only the cool kids had. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.